University of Delhi, the huge plethora of background that we come from, and I welcome from all of that side to all of you once again. Today's day is definitely a milestone for all of us as we embark this journey to empower you all with the skill set that you require for upskilling, reskilling, and enhancing your abilities for the future, and making yourself ready for the future coming ahead. And before we begin today, let us first take blessings of Ma Saraswati as we embark on this journey, and I request all the dignitaries to please come ahead and join us for lighting of the lamp. To talk about briefly of where we're coming from, the inception of the center was done on 31st of January when we inaugurated the center. And along with the center, we also inaugurated 30 various new courses, amongst which right now, 3 of these courses, students or learners of these 3 courses are right now sitting here. And we have learners from counseling course, applications of counseling, and then we also have from psychometrics, and we also have students and learners here from certified market expert, which is being done in association with Phoenix also. And with this inception that happened on 31st of January under the leadership of Balham here, where the vision of uplifting and providing skill-based education to students was the main vision behind it. So moving ahead only, I would now request ma'am, who's also the director of Campus of Open Learning, to share her words and her ideas behind the entire center, as well as some motivational words for you as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have gathered here to inaugurate 3 skill courses, and this is one of the beginning which School of Open Learning has initiated for all students, whether they belong to School of Open Learning, whether they belong to the University of Delhi, or whether they do not belong to University of Delhi. And today we have very renowned guests also with us. We have trainers also here. We have with us Professor Chadda, who is a known figure in psychology field. I heartily welcome you, sir. We have with us Professor Ajay Jaiswal, who is Principal School of Open Learning, Joint Director, Professor Pramod Tiwari ji, who is also with School of Open Learning, and all the trainers who are there in front of us, who have come forward to train the future learners as Nupur said, that future learners in the field of psychometric analysis as well as counseling, which is a very important field nowadays. When we look around our society, then there are so much of competition, so much of pressures, so much of pressures of performing, that you have to perform in your life. So the things are not as easy as a student that we had, as a job seeker that we were in a very comfortable environment. Now there is a lot of competitive environment. So it is very important that our students must get some counseling from the trained persons. And we really lack, there is a lot of dearth of counselors, trained counselors who can train our students. And it's just not that a healthy society, which is healthy otherwise, eating healthy and otherwise healthy. It is the mental health also, which is very, very important. If our whole of the society bears a good mental health, then definitely our society will be at par excellence. And another thing about the skill courses is most of the students are either from the psychology background, or if not from psychology background, maybe from some business background, because we are going to launch another course that is certified market expert also. So all of you who were doing your graduation or finished your graduation, finished your post-graduation also, you must have some skills in your hand. If you don't have the skills, then just the graduation will land you nowhere. Just the post-graduation will land you nowhere. Because when you enter into your job, again you have to learn the skills related with your job. But along with your studies, if you take up some skill course and which can make you job ready, that is actually the vision of Campus of Open Learning, School of Open Learning and University of Delhi. And you must have observed that in the new education policy also, there is a national education policy also, there is a lot of stress on skills. And our Prime Minister also always said that skilling India is the motto. If we have skills, then definitely we can move forward in our life. And a skilled society will definitely be a progressive society, and we will move towards the developed nation. So my best wishes to all of you, and I hope that after doing this course, definitely we will have better insight into the counseling, and we can be better counselors, and we can fill up that gap which is now existing between a student and a counselor who can counsel a student, counsel not only a student but a worker also, a corporate employee also, counsel the students to give the best results. So once again, I welcome all the dignitaries, all the trainers, students, and I also have my best wishes for all the trainers to complete this course successfully. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving forward, we have with us, like ma'am said, that the trainers are also here. Now, before we listen to each one of the trainers about their, brief, we could say introduction, I would like to personally ask the trainers of the trainers who's here with us, Professor Chadha. He's personally a teacher for many of us sitting here, and if I talk about myself, at least he's a mentor for me. So, sir, please.
And fact, the ball has been set rolling by Professor Pal Magri, who is the brain behind all this thing. We are just players, only to fulfill the dream which has been raised by her at C1. And under the skill program, is from psychology department, we are launching two programs, one in the counseling and the other is on the psychological assessment. Both these courses are, it's not that I'm from psychology or the trainers are having background psychology. Both these courses are very well received by the corporate world. The need of the corporate for these programs are here, very much. And in these programs, the detail how we are going to initiate, Mukul will share with you. But the focus will be not content. It's 20 to 30% will be content, material, practical material. But the large focus in the program will be on the application side. Okay? Whatever you read, we are going to give you some material also, not to going to give you just lectures, model A, model B, model C, theory 1, theory 2. That's it's okay, But we will tell you how you can real apply in the real setting. And when it's come to the counseling, the trainer, they had conducted various programs earlier in different places. They are very much in demand, and thanks for you to come all the way from the colleges, in the respective colleges, they will tell us from the introduction. And let me tell you my expectation when we launch these two programs, counseling and the assessments, psychometric assessment. I was thinking probably we will have more number of applications from psychometric side than from the counseling side. Reason behind it, why I'm saying that. Why both are totally integrated programs? Because in assessment, have its offshoots in various dimensions, various organisms. Assessment in the corporate world, assessment in the clinical setting, assessment in the counseling setting, in the developmental settings. Everywhere assessment required over there. And if you are well equipped with the assessment, then it will be added opportunity in the counseling. But counseling, you will be interacting with your class for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. And one session, we will tell you how to organize your session, what to do, what not to do, what to talk. That's also very important. And how you should question yourself as a counselor. So you must put some question to yourself. A kind of introspection that trains you. And like counseling, when we talk two things: questioning and listening. Listening is very essential. What one should have. Okay. And many times we have seen counselors, you try to work with you people face to face, online, and our classes will be starting on 3 hours on every Sunday. Starting in the evening, so that if some of you are employed or working some places or in the college also, so you can be back home by 7:30. So if class is 5:30, class will start from 5:30 onwards. So my personal request to you, we are not asking you or making attendance mandatory, but it's a kind of mandatory if you really want to learn. We expect that you attend maximum number of classes, even 100%, which is not very difficult. Because if you miss one Sunday, the next Sunday might be a little difficult for you. You might feel out of the place. So think from that angle also perspective. We will pick up some live cases and we will give you those cases and discuss those cases and ask you to do some kind of video recording of those cases at your level also. And then we will, it's a kind of mock training which we will give you. And through mock training, then we will let you know where you have done excellent, where something is missing, where altogether need not be doing those things. So this is the way we are proceeding in the entire program. It's entire online definitely program, but we have kept a provision that we find there's a need, or you find there's a need to have face-to-face interaction with us. So we have that kind of opportunity. That I think we can do it. in one or two sessions, we'll try to do in that direction. If there's a need, not a compulsion, because we want to we know the need of the people. We say many of you are maybe working, or definitely I know you're studying somewhere in your colleges, doing your graduation, post-graduation, and may not be possible for you to come. Think over it. With the permission from the vessel, while ago I take the liberty to invite people. Still, there is a scope. You can join some, you can come for psychometric also, because it's both are interlinked. At present, classes for psychometric as well as the counseling are on Sundays, okay? But because till now we don't find anyone which is common with psychometric and the counseling. If we find some candidates are common in both, then we might shift psychometric classes on the Saturday so that all can get the benefit and the other on the Sunday counseling. So that could just get with us if we find that's the need of the hour, because at present we find the students who join psychometric, they are not in counseling. Those who join the counseling, they are not in the psychometric. So we can have same day parallel session going on, one side counseling faculty is involved, the side assessment faculty is involved. And their assessment, I was just talking with the trainer, we will try to help you to develop your own instrument assessment. Starting from the how to do question, how to obtain the question, how not to obtain the question, or find different kind of psychometric parameters, so that tomorrow you can be trained psychometrician and do your own, you can set up, you can open your own setup also. Not only, but corporate is looking up very much. Corporate employee assessment in the area, three major areas in the area of recruitment, selection, training and development, and even performance appraisal also. So it's a continuous lifespan structure is done over here. So with this, I hope, and you are fortunate, I would say, you are fortunate. You are the first batch of as well skilled courses, and you should be happy for that. I'm happy for it. I think you should continue.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd also like to add, sir, like you said, they're fortunate since they're the first batch of SOL skill courses. Many of the students here are also first batch of psychology SOL courses who have also joined our skill course. So that's even like for me as a faculty, it's a great achievement that these students are willing to join the skill course as well. Moving on, like we mentioned in the beginning, we have also CMX students who are sitting here along with the experts. I would now request Rohit Arora to please come forward and share a few words about the course and motivate the students. He's a CFA, MBA, MCA, and he's right now a trainer with Phoenix and will be taking up your session.
Good afternoon to all of you. All are senior, and it's just the beginning of a new journey of skill development from SOL. I would like to congratulate all of you, and I'm really thankful that you have given me the opportunity to speak it here as well as come as a trainer in this particular platform. Phoenix is dealing in the financial markets from a long time, and financial market research is a very important tool nowadays for a very big journey of our Prime Minister's horizon for Developed India 2047. Now, we are the highest volume creator in the world. Financial markets are growing rapidly, very highly, and all are interested in the financial markets. Only 3% people are dealing in the financial market, and there is a scope of growth for more than 20 times within the duration of 7 to 8 years. And the base which we are lacking as compared to other developed countries is only the research. As Madam mentioned, I am MCA plus MBA plus CFA. I am in research from last 15 years. I am 2008 pass out CFA, and from that particular duration, 15 years, I am continuously spending my 8 to 10 hours on research, not only in for our economy, for the development of our economy, as well as how the global economies are performing. The integration of the global economy with our economy is very important, and now we are going to explore all these things with you. Because one may think learning with live application and simultaneously learning for the basis of earning simultaneously is very important, which all of us wants, either we are from any particular age. It's a starting of career from the graduation or up to any particular age after the retirement. Everyone needs research and involvement in the financial market. And Phoenix is working very good in this particular field. I think we are going to develop that particular market which is lacking in our country within the duration of 6 to 7 months. Yes, 6 to 7 months research is very important with the practical experience, because at present people are involving in the financial market but not with the help of research. As the research will be included in this, the results will change because market is growing very high. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. And I think with what sir said, it also gives rise to counseling, because with that much of pressure and stress that you're going to have, you are actually going to need counseling. So we have a best co-head sitting here. Well, moving on further, we've all talked a lot about CISDC, OLDC. I think now it's time to know about the center. What is Center for Innovative Skill-Based Courses? And also, the center comes under OLDC, which is Open Learning Development Center, a research hub of SOL and DDC Solkos. So I would now request Ms. Dikshanta Vasti, who's the academic coordinator of OLDC, to please come forward and elaborate on the center a little more.
Welcome all in the august presence of Director Campus of Open Learning, Professor Payal Mabu, Principal School of Open Learning, Rajesh Jaiswal, and our pioneer in the field of psychology, Ankit Chadha sir, and Joint Director Sir Pramod Tiwari sir. With this august presence, as we have launched this first skill-based, innovative skill-based center, and at this center this is the first batch which we are going to produce, and you took the admission over here, and we are ready to impart. We are anyhow we are going to take that kind of synergy in the environment. You are going to get the quality skill-based and education over here, and with this skill 100%, you are going to feel more confident in the daily life also. And anyhow, as Mukuji can tell this better, skill development is related to the happiness also. Psychologically, it is going to make you more confident, so that in daily life you can feel more and more confident after imparting this skill, and it adds another dimension of thinking also. And another thing I can say, you can develop different field related skills also. Compartmentalization of knowledge which we were having here, it is such kind of boundary we are going to relax. So here in Open Learning Development Center, we do such kind of research, how we can impart this knowledge in the society in a more effective way under ODL system, Open and Distance Learning Mode, in which learner is not going to be present in front of a teacher, but we are going to think in such a way in designing this curriculum and the study material, so that the communication is going to be in such a way, the transfer of knowledge is going to be in such a way, so that 100% learning we are going to ensure. On such kind of issues, we are having a research center, which is OLDC. And if you are having any doubt, any problem, please feel free to come over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, moving on, I think most of you are waiting for this only to know more about the course. So for this, I would request students who are for certified market expert, they can move to the computer lab for their further classes. But before that, I would like to have the teacher coordinators here to just introduce themselves as well, Ravi sir and Manisha ma'am, so that they know.
We are the coordinator, Dr. Ravi Kumar.
Hello everyone, this is Manisha Yadav. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Financial Studies, and I would like to welcome you all. If you have any doubt, you can reach us out. So we wish you all the best for your life.
Thank you so much. Students of CMX can proceed for their class. Okay, so moving on to the structure, the student must already have received 2 sheets with their folders that they are. So if you look at it, we have this, brief structure outlined as of now. Like sir also mentioned, the course, if you have done psychology previously, you will see this course is not what you're doing right now in your BA honors or BA applied or anywhere. You've probably not done it as a curriculum. The focus is more on application than on theory. So accordingly, the course structure has been outlined. You will also, in the sheets that you've received, you have bifurcations for each topic as well that will be covered. Now, like sir mentioned, these classes will be held on Sundays, and it is an evening class. It is not compulsory as an attendance criteria. You don't have a criteria to attend, but it's a skill you're learning. And if you will miss any class, you will again, lack that particular skill which is being taught. And it is in continuation. It is not that if you learn one skill, the other can be skipped and you can go on. So it's preferable that you please try and take all the sessions that are being taken up. If there's any issue, we will certainly try and provide all the recordings also. But the one-on-one communication which you will have with the trainers will not be available with those online recordings. So these will be the learning outcomes of your counseling course which are there, that you'll get a comprehensive understanding on the impact of counseling, drawing from various contemporary research studies. And when I say this, it's because you will be getting case studies based knowledge in your particular course. Again, possessing a firm grasp of theoretical integrative process, and you will also have from various ethical practices, ethical issues involved, how to actually conduct the counseling session, the art of listening, the art of empathy. The trainers are here. I think they can elaborate further on in the sessions with you that how and where they will pitch in with their skill set. So it's not just about learning the theoretical part, but it's application. How when you will sit in a session with the client, how will you start the session? How will you initiate a conversation? How will you close the conversation? It's like sometimes in counseling it becomes like an open wound. So like we don't leave an open wound. Similarly in counseling you will learn how to actually go ahead with each and every session. Then these are the areas of skilling. Like we said, it's a skill course, so we are catering to these skill sets. You will be learning critical thinking skills with the course. You will be working on the art of communication, listening, and then even speaking to an extent, art of empathy also, reflective skills, what is being said. At times it is said we don't have to be judgmental. If your client, if your person who's coming to you is sharing something, you can't have judgments, you can't have your own thought processes there. So how to control that will also be taken care of. Then again, like we said, how to be empathetic. A easy to use word, but very difficult. And being emotionally intelligent is the need of the hour. For leadership also it said high EI makes better leaders. So I think as a counselor, high emotional intelligence will definitely lead to effective counselors that is required. Then having awareness, understanding what is happening with your client in terms of their behavioral changes also. While they're talking, are they fidgeting? Are they speaking a little, stammering while speaking? What is happening in their behavioral changes? So awareness and observation will also be taken care of. This is the course structure for psychometrics. Now I understand there might not be many students here, but for counseling students, if you see this and if it interests you, you can probably apply. Foundation of psychometric skill construction, item analysis, how to create a psychometric test, a test that generally be used for research, and it can also be published. There are many tests available of researchers, many of the trainers who are sitting here also, whose tests are available, and they're on demand. They're used for various purposes, and now, like sir said, many organizations are getting psychometricians on board to create these customized tests for themselves. If we talk about organization also, अगर किसी को management में interest है, तो performance appraisal के लिए भी कई बारी tests कैसे devise होंगे, talent assessment के लिए कैसे test devise होंगे, we can also work on these areas. And this could be in the area of education, in the area of, it could be organization behavior or any other research-based area. So the learning outcomes for these would be understanding the contemporary techniques and classical test theories, understanding what is reliability, what is validity, what is norms, then understanding the use of these psychometric tools in the real world scenario as well, using some statistical softwares, because eventually you will have to use those statistical softwares to gather the data and to interpret the data, so that also will be taken care of. The skills that you will learn in this course would be critical thinking, reasoning, analytical, research ability and statistical ability. We are trying that you get hands-on experience with various statistical tools, so that tomorrow for your own research that you want to pursue, or if you want to create your own psychometric test, you can use these skill set to go ahead with the same. So this is briefly about the course. Some important instructions before you all begin this journey would be that it is, if you see, the course is split into 2 parts, right? So it's not, I would not say semester because the semester lasts for 6 months, but still to comprehensively understand and sort of map your level that where you've reached so far, we have divided into 2 parts. Your sessions will take place on Microsoft Teams. You must already have received a mail on your email ID that you've registered regarding today's program. On that same email ID, you will receive a link and a mail ID and a password for your Microsoft Teams. That is your credential. Once you get that, you will go on Microsoft Teams app. Your class there is already made. The trainers will be added to that class itself. The online class will be happening on Microsoft Teams itself. There are no Google Meet or any other software being used. It will happen on Microsoft Teams app itself. Now, each part will consist of 20 sessions. If you see, different weeks are given. 1 week, the Sunday class is happening from 5:30 to 9 with a half an hour break. It is in the evening, so take your time off on the Sunday when you're sitting for the class. Be ready with your, all other arrangements and then sit. The session timings, like I said, are 5:30 to 7 and 7:30 to 9. Assessments will be conducted. So assessment is continuous also. It's important that the trainers will continuously assess your involvement in the classes also. Apart from that, in part 1, you will have one phase of assessment, most likely in an MCQ manner, which will be given on your Microsoft Teams, or a link will be provided. Post the part 2 is over. In counseling, the focus would be ideally, one way could be we could have a session of yours recorded. So you can probably talk with one of your person around you, maybe your friend, maybe your family member. Record that session. So we will give you topics. Let's suppose I say that you record a session on understanding your listening skill set, right? So you will do a recording of that particular area, talking to somebody, showcasing what is listening skill in that particular video. Maybe a 5-minute or 3-minute. We will give you all the guidelines, and then that will be assessed as a parameter of how and what you have learned. So it's a skill-based learning. We are not going for that long answer question. We understand that at times you just mug up the answer and write it, but we want you to understand the actual skill behind it, right? Similarly for psychometrics, like sir also said, our focus would be that you are creating your own test. So if as many, let's suppose we have 10 to 15 students right now, we'll split you in 2 batches. Each one of those batches could work on one particular type of questionnaire, which once done could be standardized, and later on we could also publish it, right? So in a way, both these teams would also be pilot testing each another's tests, reviewing, being in a way a subject matter expert also for each other, and with that group learning we will try to find out what kind of questionnaires we can create with this entire skill set that you've learned in psychometrics. So these are the 2 main areas for assessments. Other than that, offline contact hours if required by the student, because we are catering to, like ma'am also said, we're not focusing only Delhi, only University of Delhi or limited area, but across pan India or even abroad. Maybe if somebody is interested to learn Indian techniques in counseling, more than interested to join, we can have them as well. So we are not completely going in that there are offline hours, because then those who are not conveniently available to come here will not be able to join. So if required by you all, you can come here for mentoring or contact hours, where you can discuss your queries, where we can see and work around what needs to be delivered, what are your requirements, and then accordingly we can provide that as well. These are some of the important points for the same. Now, moving ahead, I would like to have, just introduce each one of the trainers also who are present here with us. So, Vidya, if you could please.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Ms. Vidya Singh, and certainly I'll be taking up this course. And usually in psychometrics, when we are learning theory, we are seeing the theoretical perspective. But here, there is no scope of just rote learning. Here, there is skill acquisition and skill enhancement. So, for example, we will learn that how to construct a test. So, it is not just rote learning. We will be learning the steps, the techniques, and even in counseling, we will learn the skills that how to establish a rapport, how to conduct yourself as a counselor, what are the ethics, how to follow the ethics. So, it will all be a practical context of learning these courses. Thank you.
Myself, Dr. Vandana Gambhir. Some of you know me because I have taught you in SOL classes. And first of all, my heartfelt congratulations to ma'am and sir. They both are extremely visionary leaders. Sir is my mentor, and acquaintance with ma'am has been fantastic. The day she has come here, it has brought a revolutionary changes. Ma'am, we have done earlier SOL programs also under the leadership of Haji Dubey sir. But now with you, SOL is changing a lot, and a lot of congratulations to you that such a visionary leadership you have. And with mentorship of sir, I don't know how many programs we have designed and we have conducted. Okay, so talking about myself, I come from Lakshmibai College. I'm a trained psychometrician, and in the field of counseling, I'm a trained career counselor as well as a corporate counselor. My area of specialization is these two. Having said that, you will all be seeing me on the first day of the session, that is 7th. The introductory session, I'm going to take it. Honestly, from last 2 days, I'm making case studies. And last night, I messaged Nupur, just give me the profile of the students because I have to design caselets according to the population that I'm catering to during the session. She said, ma'am, you are going to meet them today. So I'm safe. Morning में भी जो आपके लिए मैं caselets बना रही थी, it is appropriate to the audience that I'm going to cater to. So this is about counseling. For psychometrics, I don't know, 10, 12 tools are already published in research used, and with the guidance of sir, approximately 13 to 14 tools designed by me are used by corporates to the date. So those of you who have not enrolled in psychometrics can think of enrolling in that or encourage your other friends to do so. And we'll be learning a lot. I'll be learning from you, and we'll be talking, discussing. It will be more experiential learning. Congratulations to all of you for being the first batch of the skill-based course. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Swati Jain, and congratulations to you, ma'am, and to the entire team for starting these courses. I teach at IT College, University of Delhi, and I'm a trained expressive arts therapist and a dance movement therapist from CID UNESCO. And I have experience in psychometric testing as well, where we've developed certain tests, and I hope that you have fun during the course. So you'll be seeing me for both these courses, counseling as well as psychometry. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Harpreet Bhatia. I teach at Keshu Mahavidyalaya, and I have my association with sir is, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years, something like that, because sir was my guide during my PhD. And during my PhD, sir and I have worked on a scale called family environment scale, which is fairly well used, widely used even now. Besides that, my specialization is in clinical psychology and counseling, and I have over 22, 23 years of counseling experience. So I hope together we'll do a lot of learning together. Thank you.
Now, this session will definitely not end without the guiding light behind various activities of School of Open Learning also. So now I would request Ajay sir to please come ahead and share a few words.
Our director will Professor N.K. Chadda sir, Joint Director Pramod Tiwari, Academic Coordinator Mr. Dikshant Awasthi, and their colleagues and trainers from different colleges and their students. A very good afternoon to you all. And first of all, I welcome to the first batch of this course, Counselling and its Application and the Psychometrics Test Analysis course. So, as it has been said many times, and that the vision behind these skill courses, we want to make our students, not only our students, students from anywhere, the job-ready students. So, this is the vision behind this, and this is the course. I am not from the psychology background, but I am listening the views of all the psychologists, the trainers, and the designer of this course. So it seems that it will be a very good course for these students, and I hope that you will start earning after this learning. So all the best to you. And one thing more I want to say, tell you that we are at School of Open Learning. Attendance is not mandatory. Okay. But for these courses, you should always think that attendance is mandatory.
Yeah.
Don't take it like a regular SOL course where attendance is not mandatory. You can give exam whenever there is exam, study for some time and give exam, and you can clear the exam. But if you don't attend classes in these skill-based courses, you will lose this. Okay, then you will not be job ready and earning will be affected. So keep this thing in mind and do this course with full zeal, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for motivating the students. We also have with us our Joint Director, Pramod sir. I would also request sir to please come and share a few words.
Thank you, Nupurji. आदरणीय प्रोफेसर पायल मोहम्मद, प्रोफेसर N.K. Chadda साहब, राजेश जायसवाल जी, दीक्षांत अवस्थी जी, हमारे ट्रेनर्स और स्टूडेंट्स। मैं प्रोफेसर पायल मैम ने एक बात कही थी, और क्योंकि मैं इंडियन लिटरेचर और इंडियन कल्चर से ज़्यादा सीधे आता हूँ, तो उस वर्ड्स को पकड़ना चाहता हूँ। एक शब्द है हिंदी में स्वस्थ होना, और जिसको अक्सर हम लोग हेल्दी होने के अर्थ में यूज करते हैं, लेकिन स्वस्थ होने में और निरोग होने में थोड़ा फर्क है। निरोग होना मतलब आपके पास रोग नहीं है, और स्वस्थ होने का मतलब कि आप स्व में स्थित हैं। और जो ये प्रोग्राम चल रहा है, ये कहीं ना कहीं, और जो मनोविज्ञान की चीज है, ये आपको आपके भीतर स्थित करने की बात करता है। और जैसे ही आप अपने आप में स्थित होना शुरू होते हैं, आपकी बहुत सारी समस्याएं अपने आप खत्म होने लगती हैं। तो ये जो भारतीय परंपरा के जितने भी शब्द आते हैं, वो यूं ही नहीं आते हैं। मैं ये महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि जैसे जैसे तकनीक और बहुत सारी चीजें बढ़ी हैं, हमारी स्थिरता कम हुई है, और पता नहीं कितनी सारी चीजों में हम अपने आप को डाइवर्ट करते हैं, और उसी अनुपात में आत्महत्या के केसेस, सुसाइड के केसेस, और ये सारी चीजें बढ़ रही हैं। तो जैसे विदेशों की तुलना में भारत में भी काउंसलिंग की जरूरत कम थी, लेकिन लगातार बढ़ती जा रही है। मुझे ये लग रहा है कि जैसे जैसे हम अपने कल्चर को, अपनी चीज़ों को समझेंगे, और इस कोर्स का एक बहुत बड़ा, जिसे कह सकते हैं कि उपयोग भी कर लीजिए, और साथ ही साथ ये कि आने वाले समय में इसका कैसे आप लाभ उठा सकते हैं। जैसा कि जायसवाल साहब ने कहा भी कि अर्निंग और लर्निंग ये दोनों कैसे जुड़ती हैं। तो मुझे इस कोर्स के बारे में जब पता चला, तभी मुझे लगा कि ये आने वाले समय के लिहाज से अगले 10 साल 15 साल बाद जो आज के हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कल के वो ट्रेनर्स हैं, आज के जो छात्र हैं, कल के वो शिक्षक हैं, और शिक्षक ही नहीं, भविष्य निर्माता भी हैं। तो उस दृष्टि से अगर हम देखें तो हम ये बात समझ सकते हैं कि ऐसे कोर्सेज की जरूरत कितनी ज़्यादा है। मैं फिर से इस पूरी टीम को बधाई देता हूँ। नुपुर जी काफ़ी दिनों से मेहनत कर रही हैं, और इन सारी चीज़ों को कैसे प्लान करना है और कैसे आपके पास ले जाना है। साथ ही एक बात और मैं कहूँगा कि हमारे सबसे बड़े ब्रांड एम्बेसडर हमारे स्टूडेंट्स, आपके माध्यम से जो चीज़ें पहुँचती हैं वो हमारे तरफ से उस तरह से नहीं पहुँच सकती। तो आप अपने दोस्तों को बताएं, और साथ ही ये भी कि दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी और स्कूल ऑफ ओपन लर्निंग केवल प्रॉफिट मेकिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है, ये एक तरह के सोसाइटी को कैसे हमें बनाना है, अपने देश को कैसे बनाना है, इसके बारे में भी हम चिंता करते हैं और वो चिंता आपसे शुरू होती है। तो फिर से एक बार यहाँ आने के लिए आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और इस तरह के प्रोग्राम से जुड़ने के लिए आपको धन्यवाद। हमें लगता है कि हम लोग मिल करके एक बेहतर कल का निर्माण कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो
Thank you so much, sir. Now, if there are any questions from the learners sitting here, you can share your questions if there's any. कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं आप लोग? यहाँ सब लोग हैं. किसी का भी कोई सवाल है regarding the course or any thoughts that you want to share? Anything that comes to your mind? No questions? I think no question is also a question. So, any thoughts that you want to share? Anything? Anyone? Okay. Never mind. Yes, please.
Hello. Good evening to all of you. I just wanted to inquire about this course, like counseling and its application. It's for 6 months, right?
Right.
The parts, like 6 parts would be, 7 parts would be covered in this 6 months.
6 months, right.
And there would be an exam to be conducted.
Right. Like I said, in 2 parts examination will be held. First part जब खत्म होगा, पहले 3 सेशंस, जब पहले 3 मेन टॉपिक्स जब खत्म होंगे जी, उसके बाद आपका MCQ बेस्ड एक असेसमेंट होगा, which will be done online. उसके बाद जब लास्ट खत्म होगा, एंडिंग के जस्ट बाद एक या तो प्रोजेक्ट वर्क में या फिर कोई वीडियो इन टर्म्स ऑफ केस स्टडी जो आप अपने क्लाइंट के साथ एक वीडियो शो कर सकते हैं, इन टाइप से कुछ असेसमेंट करके आपको अपलोड
And
करके.
we'll be getting some material as well?
Yes.
Online or?
All material will be provided online. So whatever is there, the trainers are here. They will share their, references. Like ma'am said, वो खुद अभी case list बना रही है. तो वो cases Microsoft Teams जो आपका credentials जहाँ पे आपको मिलेगा, वो आप जब टीम की ऐप खोलेंगे वहाँ सारी information आएगी. So whichever trainer feels कि कुछ information share करनी है, वो आपके साथ वहाँ share करेंगे. That you will get.
And I think I have missed that psychometric test which you are mentioning on the website. Is
Right.
The date is still available for
It is.
that?
It is open.
It is.
Yes, yes, it is open. Right. All right. Thank you so much. So, like ma'am also mentioned, हमारे जितने भी online material होगा वो आपके पास होगा. And एक और चीज जो I think सबके concern रहेगी, जो किसी ने पूछी नहीं, which I'm surprising. I'm myself surprised कि ये सवाल भी नहीं आया, इसका certification का क्या होगा. So I would request Deekshant ji only to please elaborate on the certification again.
Yes, actually यहाँ पर continuous assessment in सारे skill courses में रहेगा. Every day in delivery process, Hussain ji and other team members are going to be continuously watching what kind of learning process is going on, and we will ensure the quality delivery also with that. And internally, we are going to conduct certain exams, assessments, and whatever parameters she is going to decide in her subjects, the psychology courses, but in other courses, as per the skill which we are going to impart, on the basis of that, we are going to design very innovative assessment processes. And with that, we are going to assess. Then we are going to issue this certificate over here, and that certificate is going to be that's going to follow all the parameters as we are going to provide University of Delhi's degree. So in that way, that certificate is going to be very unique kind of certificate, and that's going to have its own importance in the market. And with that, if you're going to apply anywhere, you are going to get something, a positive response. And here, I just want to ensure the authenticity of that particular certificate. So we are going to keep the records also. So anywhere if you're going to apply with that certificate, somebody wants some kind of confirmation from our side, we are going to maintain that data, and with that data, we are going to call on the behalf.
Thank you so much. I think with this we come to the end of all of the things.
I know that we are first of all want to thanks to everyone, all the faculties and the professors. Just one question that post completion of this course, how are we going to? I know that we're going to learn how to utilize or use our skills to counsel an individual who reach out to us, but how can we promote? Most of us are maybe learning to add skill, but how can we use these skills if we are not marketed, maybe we are not doing marketing enough that we are certified counselor, how can we use this?
Right, so you're talking about the future prospects of this
Yes.
course, right? So if I talk about those students who are pursuing their graduation, of course you will need to complete your graduation. Once you've done that, this certificate is an added certificate for you. So if you want to start up something of your own in terms of a place where you want to take some sessions, nowadays online sessions are very popular, especially post-pandemic, people are taking online sessions. That is one of the criteria which you can definitely work on, right? Apart from that, if we talk about School of Open Learning also, I think we can still discuss, further with the senior authorities here. But most of the times, at least I personally have felt, students want somebody to connect with, right? So maybe if if you all come out with great skill set and you are, after that assessment you find out that your skill in terms of counseling is apt and it is up to the mark, maybe we can think of something, if ma'am and sir and everybody thinks it's right, in terms of in-house, you being the mentor or the counselors for the 4.5 lakh students of SOL itself, right? So that, of course, I will not say that it could be a venture for you, but definitely an experience to gather, which post that you can put out in, market, and you can show that you worked here as well as maybe an intern or maybe, an experience letter that you can show that is one of the area where we can pitch it. I mean, if everybody feels that your skill set are appropriate.
Yes, I mean, it's easy to complete the course, but then it's very difficult to when we are doing it, live with somebody, and when we get an opportunity to buddy up with somebody who's certified already and they have a lot of experience, it makes our journey easier for us to promote as well for them.
Agreed. That is why the teachers, the trainers who are here, if you see, they all have experience in counseling. They will also be telling and sharing their stories, which will be beneficial. And I think storytelling is one of the best way of learning. So that will be one of your first primary experience. Second could be from all these training sessions that you can do. And when you gain that experience and expertise in that field, you can definitely go out and start your own venture.
Thank you.
You have option of personal venture also. People start up with their own clinics. And if I'm not wrong, on an average also now 1500 is per session that people get paid for taking 1 hour of session.
Rather, post-pandemic,
45 minutes.
I know a lot of people, who were charging like 2,000 per hour, and post-pandemic, because it was a huge demand surge, believe me, they are now charging somewhere 5K to 6K, which is very expensive. But people are going to them. So there's a huge demand in the market that goes without saying.
And remove this word difficult. Nothing is difficult. Make it difficult, then it's difficult.
I agree.
Okay? So remove that word.
I just want to add on, I just want to say, thanks to all of you for, first is that I could not find, a psychology course, that is available online at a price that we are doing. I can share my experience 4 or 5 years ago. First of all, let me give you a background. I'm a BSc graduate. I've been employed for almost 12, 13 years now with an MSc. And I always had an interest to pursue further something in psychology. Because people used to come to me so I can guide them, I can coach them. They used to look up to me for that. So I realized that I'm good at it. I may pursue psychology and make it better with time. So few years back, I think 4 or 5 years back, I have applied for psychology in Boston University, distance learning. My application was rejected on the basis of that I don't have a background. That was disappointing for me. I decided, okay, how can I get the background? And I was lucky that I kept on searching over and over again, and even I searched BU website as well. Everybody is offering a regular course, or maybe the distance learning courses. Their fees is so high that we can't afford, or maybe can't invest that much because of current expenses. So I just want to say thanks to all of you for making it possible for people like us who can be a part of, learn distance, invest time, in distance learning, and then, pursue psychology as well. And And thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you so much. And I'd just like to mention, he's the one in the class sitting in the one which is recorded, A. First bench, in all classes he will be present, irrespective of any other situation, considering weather or whatever, but he'll definitely be there. So thank you as well. With this, we come to the end of today's orientation. Again, all the very best to all the learners sitting here for your new journey of skilling. And
दोस्तों आज की वीडियो में कुछ भी बताने से पहले ये लोग कुछ सवाल लेके आए हैं, तो पहले इनके सवाल सुनते हैं। तो परेशान अन्ना जी, बताइए क्या है आपका सवाल?
अयो सतीश जी, तुम मेरा सवाल पहले लिया है। मैं हैप्पी जी, मैं ये पूछना चाहता है कि मैं कंफ्यूज है, टैली प्राइम सीखूं कि टैली ईआरपी? मार्केट में दो टैली मेरे को दिख रहा है, क्या तुम मेरे को बताएगा कौन सा टैली मैं सीखूं?
ओके, गॉट इट, बताता हूँ अन्ना। तो दोस्तों आप भी परेशान होंगे इस सवाल से कि भाई टैली ईआरपी सीखे या टैली प्राइम सीखे, क्योंकि टैली प्राइम जो है वो टैली का लेटेस्ट वर्जन है, टैली ईआरपी ये पुराना है। तो मेरा सीधा सा जवाब है कि भाई टैली प्राइम सीखो, क्योंकि लेटेस्ट वर्जन में नई चीज़ें आपको सीखने मिलेगी, नया इंटरफेस मिलेगा और बहुत सारे नए फीचर्स यहाँ पे इंक्लूड है, जिसमें गो टू नाम का एक ऐसा फीचर है जो आप किसी भी एंट्री के दौरान बैलेंस शीट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस क्विकली देख सकते हैं। तो टैली प्राइम सीखना आपके लिए बेनिफिशियल रहेगा। हाँ, ऐसी कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जहाँ पे अभी भी वो लोग टैली ईआरपी यूज़ करें, लेकिन आगे चलकर वो टैली प्राइम में स्विच होने वाली है। और या फिर बहुत सारी सीएफएम ऐसे कि जो अभी टैली प्राइम ही इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ पे लेटेस्ट अपडेट, लेटेस्ट फीचर, बहुत सारी चीज़ें मिलती है। तो इसीलिए मेरा सीधा सा जवाब मैंने आपको बता दिया, टैली प्राइम सीखना ज़रूरी है।
अयो थैंक यू सतीश जी, तुमने बिल्कुल सही कहा जी, मेरा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया। अब मैं टैली प्राइम ही सीखेगा जी।
ओके, तो अब आपका सवाल पूछिए।
हेलो सतीश भाऊ, अपुन एंथनी, अपुन का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अपुन ने आर्ट बैकग्राउंड से ग्रेजुएशन किया है, क्या अपुन भी टैली सीख सकता है?
ओके अंतनी भाई, अपुन बताता है, मेरा मतलब है मैं बताता हूँ। दोस्तों आपका भी ये सवाल हो सकता है कि आप नॉन कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड से, मतलब आपने आर्ट्स से ग्रेजुएशन किया है, साइंस से ग्रेजुएशन किया है, या फिर आपने 12th पास किया है और आपको कॉमर्स का CV नहीं पता, तो डोंट वरी, आप फिर भी टैली सीख सकते हैं। लेकिन आपको कुछ अकाउंट के टर्म्स पहले सीखने पड़ेंगे, पढ़ने पड़ेंगे, जैसे कि अकाउंट के टाइप कौन कौन से होते हैं, अकाउंट का गोल्डन रूल्स क्या क्या होते हैं, बैलेंस शीट किसे कहते हैं, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस किसे कहते हैं, लायबिलिटीज असेट्स क्या होता है, इन चीज़ों के बारे में, इन टर्म्स के बारे में अगर आपको जानकारी हो गई एक बार, तो अकाउंट आसानी से आप सीख सकते हैं। तो कोई डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, ज़रूर नहीं कि आप कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड से हो तभी आप अकाउंट सीख सकते हैं।